You're clickety-clacking over there real hard.
You know, it's a clickety-clacking kind of Friday.
That's
I have
a
a
terrible
really
Friday.
busy Friday.
Oh, that's off
And then
up there. He's got it.
Yeah. I am a clicky-clacky typer, though. Like, I'm a very,
I don't type enough. I'm not, even at work, if I'm doing something, because of like Odds Couple, for instance,
Yes.
for Odds Couple, I write everything down in the notebook. Like, that's a bit. And so I'm not typing the stats and the information out. I'm writing them down. Trying to think, Huddle, I get a little clickety-clack in with Huddle. I have to type stuff for that.
passionate.
But like most of the time, it's clickety-clack. Although, like, I clickety-clack in Slack, and then I just copy and paste from the Slack to my rundown.
Oh.
So that's how that works. Yeah,
I hate clicking and clacking on my phone. I don't like to do excessive typing on my
Oh,
phone.
who's
I am
typing
an
on their
old person.
phone?
Young people.
Well, I'm not reading all of that.
There are things I won't do on my phone. I will not type anything longer than like
3
5.
sentences.
I put at 5
3 sentences
sentences,
is what you get.
and I won't book flights on my phone. I have to be on a computer.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. It's like the oldest person thing I do.
Big
Well,
boy
let me go
moves,
get on
big
my
girl
computer.
moves is about like getting on the computer to do. You can't be doing important stuff on your phone.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Order a pizza on your phone.
That's
Fine.
crazy. I would actually prefer to order my pizza on
On your computer?
my computer.
Get out of here.
Just to make sure all the information's in right. I feel like I miss things on my phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also trying to be on my phone less.
Well, that's
We're
good.
trying again.
Keep
We're on
working.
another one.
What was the song?
TGIF, funny enough.
Katy Perry?
No, Glorilla.
Okay.
It's 7 p.m. It was so funny. It started playing, and I couldn't remember what the temperature was in the song. Because you know me, I
95?
can't. It's 95. And you want to know what I said?
97?
It's 68.
68? Why would it be 68?
Because that sounds like the perfect temperature right now. I was like, certainly I'm not sweating. That's 95 degrees. That's so hot. What's up, everybody? It is Friday, September 26th. It's going to be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Hurt behind the glass. Coming up on today's show, it is Friday. That means we will do our RAGGOWs, our games of the weekend in college football and the NFL. A crazy good college football slate ahead tomorrow. Lang Whitaker will join us. We'll talk to him about Grizzlies Media Day coming up on Monday. Some of the storylines he's looking forward to. His Georgia Bulldogs have a big game against Alabama this weekend. Our friend JB, Jared Boyd, a.k.a. DJ Bizzle Blue Bland, is going to join us in Music Friday. He is DJing at Mempho Fest next weekend. He was also out at the Memphis Music Hall of Fame induction ceremony last night that I was at as well. Look forward to catching up with JB. It is a Friday. You know what we say. 68 degrees.
It's not.
It's 8 a.m. Friday. It's 68 degrees.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Let's go, Grizz, let's go! Oh, John Moran just broke the rim with that finish. Defense, take them
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Jaren Jackson has a message for y'all. Jaren, say it now.
What?
It's the best show in the world.
Yeah, Trip. When I showed up at the event last night, he goes, "You got the biggest show in the world." And I said, "No, I really don't." And he goes, "To me, you do. I see you every day." I asked him why he doesn't just walk up here, and he's like, "Because I don't want you to be able to prepare." I was like,
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what's it all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, I have it my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. We have made it to the end of our week. I can feel the crispy fall temperatures in the air. One of the best football weekends maybe ever ahead of us on paper. You never know until the games play out. But, man, I am excited to sit on my couch and watch like 12 hours of college football tomorrow, followed by a full day of the NFL the next day. That's not just a normal full day of the NFL, because we have the Dublin game bright and early with the Vikings. Who do the Vikings play in Dublin? Why can't I remember off the top of my head? I just know the Vikings play 2 international games in a row.
Oh, I can't remember that either.
What beautiful game do the people of Ireland get to watch?
Vikings-Falcons?
Carson Wentz versus
Vikings-Jaguars?
Steelers.
Jaguars. Vikings-Steelers. Oh, yeah.
Carson Wentz, Aaron Rodgers in Dublin, Ireland. Wow. The crowd goes wild.
Why not?
Yeah, they're in Ireland. They're having a good time. Yeah. No, I'm very excited for all the football happenings, and then Grizzlies Media Day on Monday, which we'll talk to Lang Whitaker about in the next segment. I had a very fun night last night locally. I went to the Memphis Music Hall of Fame induction ceremony for the first time. So they do the induction ceremony annually. I had been invited in the past, and it had never fit into my schedule, and I was really excited when I got the invite this go around. And they have it down at the Cannon Center, and they inducted 6 new people into the Memphis Music Hall of Fame, and it was just a really cool event. Like, I love music, obviously, and even though I can't remember lyrics, I love music. I love how the city has been and continues to be so influential to the music community. And learning more about the 6 inductees, there were some great performances last night as well. Cordell Jackson was the first inducted last night, and she's known as the Rock and Roll Granny. Are you familiar with Cordell Jackson? I wasn't familiar with her either, and she seemed awesome. Like, she did a Anheuser-Busch commercial back in the early 90s where I think it was shot at Red Rocks, and she did basically like a guitar duel with some young guitarist, and she's out there, and politely looks like a grandma. That was the whole shtick. But she was awesome. She was the first woman to start her own record company back in 1965, first female recording engineer. We had Wendy Moten, who finished as runner-up on The Voice a few seasons ago, back when Megan Triplett was the co-host of this show. Megan was a huge Wendy Moten fan on The Voice. I remember trying to get her on this show back in the day. She was there. Martina McBride was in town to give her award yesterday. Art Gilliam, the first black radio owner in Tennessee, president and CEO of WLOK Radio. Denise LaSalle, who is often known as the queen of Memphis blues. Johnny Taylor, a Stax artist who's known as the philosopher of soul, started his career singing with Sam Cooke and the Soul Stirrers. And then Robert Johnson, who I have a deep fascination with. someone I learned about in my music classes in school and became hooked on the legend and the lore of Robert Johnson selling his soul to the devil down on the train tracks in Clarksdale, Mississippi. When my friends and I went to Clarksdale a few years ago, I made us walk to those tracks in the middle of the night. And I forget what fast food restaurant is there now, but it's very underwhelming when you finally get to the spot. But I mean, he's just seen largely as one of the most influential guitar players of all time, perhaps one of the best guitar players of all time. And if you saw the movie Sinners this year, it's a little bit based on him and the legend, and where he becomes one of the greatest guitar players at the expense of selling the soul to the devil. But for Robert Johnson, they had 2 tribute artists. One was John Mellencamp, who I have now, funny enough, seen 3 times in my life. It's not like I'm some massive John Mellencamp fan, but there was a stretch where he was the go-to free concert at the Final Four for a couple years in a row. So we'd always go to the John Mellencamp concert. But he was there last night, which was really cool to see. And he did a tribute to Robert Johnson. He also got I forget what they call it, a legacy award or one of those like special awards where even if you're not from Memphis, you're now a part of the Memphis Music Hall of Fame. I was a little disappointed he didn't do any of his greatest hits, but that's okay. It was all about Robert Johnson. I was like, play Jack and Diane. But he did not. And then, do you know who Eric Gales is?
Name sounds familiar.
So he's a blues artist. He won Blues Album of the Year like back in 2022. And he's like featured on a lot of not random stuff, but like you'll see his name. He's a guitarist and he's incredible. Like he did the second tribute to Robert Johnson and he sat down there and he played guitar for, I don't know, it felt like 10 minutes and he could have played for 30 and everybody was grasping onto every single thing that he did. I looked, he's on a couple of the tracks from the Sinner soundtrack from this year, but really, really talented. Eric Gales, if you want to listen to someone crush the guitar, go find his stuff because it was really, really phenomenal. But just a cool thing that Memphis has, like we have so many, music Hall of Fames, various, whether it be the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or the Blues Hall of Fame or the Pop Hall, like whatever it may be. But to have its own specific ode to all of the artists who have come through Memphis and Memphis's place in the music world is very cool. Shout out Bennett Doyle's dad, John Doyle, is the head of the Memphis Music Hall of Fame and the Rock and Soul Museum, and they're in the process of moving that Rock and Soul Museum over into the Lanxey's building off of Beale Street and expanding that whole thing. So very, very cool night. Was happy to be there, was happy to be a part of it. And then we strolled home last night. I know, we walked downtown Memphis, CJ. It's a scary thing in this world. We had a nice little walk home from the Cannon Center.
Wait, so y'all walked down Memphis?
We walked.
Downtown Memphis?
Yeah.
Y'all walked downtown? Ooh.
I'm here.
Ooh,
I'm here to tell the tale.
Oh, my gosh.
But it was so nice. It was like 68 degrees.
It
was like the perfect evening to walk home.
Just a couple of complaints about you walking around downtown that late.
Yes.
Sure would have been nice if a damn trolley was running. You could ride the trolley.
There was
down
funny enough, the trolley on it.
The
trolley bus, not trying to call anyone out, a little scary. As we were like on the side, I thought that trolley bus was gonna
no
right on over. Lights improved, especially down here. I haven't spent a lot of time on North Main since we moved further down that direction. Our old place used to be more that way. So there's a lot of new stuff. There were a couple restaurants. I mean, it's a Thursday night, and there were people inside restaurants, like as one would expect at 10 o'clock on a Thursday night.
What restaurants are between there?
I don't know what they're called. That's
okay, where is it?
There's a new one like right by Willie Moore's.
Okay, there's so.
I think it's called Cache.
Oh, okay.
Cache.
I didn't know that had opened yet.
Aldo's was cleaning up at the end of their night.
Okay.
But yeah, it was nice to walk through, and then it was nice to pull up the Seahawks Cardinals game on our phone and apparently watch that game when it got interesting because we missed almost all of it. And as we pulled the game up was Marvin Harrison catching the touchdown pass in the back of the end zone, and we both just looked at each other and said, "Is he crying?" He looked so emotional.
Because he was atrocious
I
the entire
know.
So you come in right when that happens. I catch that this morning because I turned the game off because the Seahawks are in complete and total control of this thing, and I'm sleepy, so I'm gonna go watch. I'm gonna go to bed, not watch anything. I'm gonna go to sleep. Seahawks got it. If anything interesting of note happens, I'll put it back on in the morning. And when I woke up, sure enough, something interesting had happened. Marvin Harrison has 4 catches in the fourth quarter and a touchdown after playing like trash the entirety of that game, where he's running the wrong routes. He's stopping on routes, causing interceptions to be thrown. He's going all over the middle. The ball hits him in his hands, not once, not twice, but like 3 times the ball bobbles in his hand, and then he tips it up for somebody else to get an interception. He was directly responsible for 2 interceptions that Kyler Murray threw. Directly responsible on top of just being a bad receiver. And then that happened in the fourth quarter. And so it's like, okay, maybe, hopefully this is the start of him being significantly better than what he is right now. Because right now, Marvin Harrison is not a great receiver. He's not even a good one. He's fine at best.
Right.
At best.
And it wasn't just the first half of yesterday's game. It was last week. Like, he has been one of the premier, he has a bad case of the dropsies through the first couple of weeks of this season. And the pass he dropped last week, the one that was wide open midfield, was just not good for Marvin Harrison. And then he has that touchdown catch, and you're like, oh, that's what Marvin Harrison is supposed to look like. Like, that's what you knew him as at Ohio State, and the pedigree and being the son of his father. And you're like, that's the wide receiver that you expected Marvin Harrison to be for the Cardinals. I don't know. I hope it turns him around, because the emotions that he showed when he was on his knee for a good 5 seconds, taking in the moment after he finally caught that pass. And perhaps this will be the changing of Marvin Harrison Sr. The Cardinals still lost because the Seahawks have Sam Darnold, and the Seahawks have what appears to be a pretty good defense. And again, you can be a kind of good quarterback if you have a great defense and you just don't mess it up. And Sam Darnold has done a tremendous job of doing that and has made his $100 million contract look to be pretty valuable for the Seahawks right now.
And he's making plays.
That
also.
End of game was impressive.
And this is where we base most of our judgments on quarterbacks. That end of the game pass to Jackson Smith and Jigba was great. And the drive to end the half that got them up 14-3, if I remember correctly, where he scrambles, he sees a tight end, linebacker's lost in coverage, he floats it up there for him. And then the 2 or 3 plays later, he rolls out, he realizes, oh, nobody's here, and just takes off and gets a chunk play using his legs. He is, as long as he's taking care of the football, like, I kind of like Sam Darnold now.
I mean, I have a T-shirt that says "In Sam We Trust," and I feel more confident wearing it today than I have at any point since.
I kind of want that T-shirt off of you.
Like, I haven't felt that confident in that statement since the 2016 Rose Bowl, where he led USC to a win back over Penn State. But I'd wear it now. And God bless my mother. My mother has never left Sam Darnold's side. Sam Darnold's biggest fan, my mom. And within like 30 seconds of the Seahawks kicking that field goal and winning that game, I get a text, "Yay, Sam Darnold. Good night. Love you." And I was like, of course. The Seahawks defense, I think, is legit. I mean, that was the first time they've allowed 20 points this season. They've been really, really good so far. They made it tough on Kyler last night. Watched them be real tough on Brock Purdy a couple games ago. Aaron Rodgers had a tough time playing against the Seahawks this year. What did you think of the kickoff rules affecting the end of the game yesterday?
Hey, if them's the rules, them's the rules. I don't know what you want me to do about it. Like, what's the issue there?
People were like, it should not be determined by the kickoff to have a shorter field for it should not be made easier if the kicker just doesn't have it. I'm like, yeah, but that's the rule that gets set.
Put the ball where the ball is supposed to be.
They're trying to put more impact in kickoffs, and guess what? It worked, because the Seahawks got it on their own 40 and had 3 plays to get it in field goal range, and they did, and they won the game. So I think it worked exactly as it was to be designed.
What's the difference in that and the kicker kicking the ball out of bounds?
Yeah.
You know? Like, the boundaries are where the boundaries are. As a kicker, focus. Put the ball with nobody's rushing you on a kickoff. Nobody's coming to try and block your kickoff. Put the damn ball where the ball is supposed to be.
Put it in the zone.
Listen, we could talk. I've made my stance on kickers quite clear. Like that's on that person
your
for making
stance on
that.
kickers.
That's on that person for making that mistake. That's not on the rules. Everybody knows where the ball is supposed to be now. Put the damn thing there. You're a kicker. This isn't even a game. This isn't even the most stressful part of your non-stressful ass job. Put the ball where it's supposed to be. Goodness.
You heard the man. All right, we'll take a quick break. Glenn Whitaker is going to join us on the other side. We'll get his take on Grizzlies Media Day coming up. Busy weekend for his Georgia Bulldogs. Big game against Alabama. Ryder Cup is this weekend.
Crazy to think. I'm sorry for interrupting
Oh,
you.
you're fine.
The Seahawks are a strip fumble potentially away from being 4-0. Right? Like that's what sealed the game for the 49ers. Bosa's strip fumble sack. If Darnold senses the pressure, moves up in the pocket, gets rid of the ball sooner, holds on to the ball, doesn't fumble it, we could be talking about a 4-0 Seahawks team. And I don't think anybody expected that.
Certainly not me. Not me. Certainly not me. All right, we'll take a break. Glenn Whitaker when we come back.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Let's go, Grizz, let's go!
Oh, John Moran just broke the rim with that finish.
Defense, take that ball! Defense, take that ball!
Jared with a rejection.
Give me that!
Moran digs at it, knocks it away. Picked up by Pippen. Bob, Brendan Clark.
Ooh, on that rim!
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Jaren Jackson has a message for y'all. Jaren, say it now.
What?
It's the best show in the world.
Yeah, Trip. When I showed up at the event last night, he goes, "You got the biggest show in the world." And I said, "No, I really don't." And he goes, "To me, you do. I see you every day." I asked him why he doesn't just walk up here, and he's like, "Because I don't want you to be able to prepare." I'm like,
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Get ready for the new season with the Grizzlies Media Day show presented by Ford and your Mid-South Ford dealers. Tune in live this Monday at 10:30 a.m. to hear from Grizzlies players as they sit down with your favorite Grind City Media talent. Catch all the action on the Grind City Media app and the Grind City Media
wait a
YouTube
second.
channel.
I got beef with this.
I know your beef already. Lay it out.
There's 4 hours of coverage.
Yes.
You're hosting an hour.
Yes.
Chris Vernon's hosting an hour.
Yes.
Gary Parrish is hosting an hour.
Yes.
I'm hosting an hour.
Where's your face?
Yeah. Like, what's going on?
You're the bear in the background.
What is
You're
this?
omnipresent.
I also have a bone
What
to
is
pick
it?
with this. Throw the graphic
Pick
back
your
up.
beef.
We not only should your face be up there, we need Easter eggs for these types of things. We need little hidden gems. Like I want to find like a hidden Roser and a hidden
I
Bennett
agree.
somewhere. Like
You put you up there?
Don't put me in
Rob
there at
Fisher?
all. I'd rather not. But like do little
Michael
hidden,
Wallace?
hidden things. Like if I have some shoes there to symbolize Rob Fisher or something like that, right? Like get us some things. Put a random beard up there somewhere so people know Bennett's going to be a part of this.
Just a beard.
I'm trying to think of what his signature is.
I wonder. There we go. I wonder if they did they leave me out because
I
I'd be
love
way.
that.
I'd be
Wait,
so
wait,
much.
wait.
I'd be way taller than everybody else.
Oh, of course. We put it over the woman's face.
I mean, it's not your month anymore. Chill out. It's good.
Okay, there you go.
There it is.
Wow, your hair has never looked better. You're looking great. I think, pro tip for anyone who's listening, we need to, at some point, this is kind of like when moms try to herd their cats to get a family photo of the year.
People have family photo with cats.
No. I mean, like, I called their children their cats in the situation. Sorry, not
I
trying to be
watched The Office
derogatory
last
to your
night where
kids.
Angela's cat died. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh,
of.
okay, you're on the brain. No, like getting a family photo is like herding cats sometimes, and so I see these larger families where they take it really seriously when they're all in one place or happen to finally be in one place. They're like, we have to get a photo so we can use it for the future. We have to get. I've never been a part of a Grind City Media team photo. When I first came on, there were pictures from like the first iteration.
Like the first year I was here.
Yeah.
Who was in that one?
We did a commercial one year, and it was me, Vernon, Michael Wallace, and Megan Triplett in this room talking about like just random stuff that they cut into a commercial. By the way, I've come bringing good tidings. Wednesday morning, I had coffee with Megan Triplett.
Oh, look at you.
I was in Brooklyn for NBA 2K League stuff, and I had a meeting right across from Barclays Center, and I was like, wait a minute, Megan lives here. And I texted her,
so
and
fun.
so we had coffee together.
Amazing.
So she says hi to everybody. And
Oh my God, thanks. We've now talked about Megan twice on the show today.
There you go.
Because we were talking about Wendy Moten, who was one of the contestants on The Voice.
Yeah.
And she's from Memphis. And when Megan was on the show, she was
fan.
big on watching The Voice and supporting Wendy Moten. So there we go.
Well, anyway, to your point, we took a group photo. Like, man, must have been like the third year I was here or something like that. I don't know. It was a long time ago.
You, Mike, Vernon, Megan, Kelsey, Devin.
Yep.
Rob.
Fish.
Rob.
Yes.
Fish was in it.
I don't think Roser was in it.
I think he was.
Was he? So Roser.
Maybe.
But I don't think Bennett and Gary were here yet.
No.
Yeah.
No. And we
And
weren't
maybe
here
you weren't
yet.
here,
I
yeah.
wasn't here yet.
If we take pictures though with everybody in GCM, that thing will start looking like the superhero pictures, like the Marvel comic superhero pictures. Is that what we want to do?
Yes.
The extended universe.
Yeah, the extended universe pictures.
Then you can just take that picture, plop it on one of these graphics when everybody is involved.
That graphic was clearly like photoshopped.
Yes.
With the three people in there.
Yes.
But they could have just put everybody in there. They have photos of all of us.
They sure do. And they decided, nope.
Yeah, I didn't make the cut.
You didn't make the cut as the host. What hour are you? Third hour?
12.
I think you're the
11:30,
third hour.
12. What time do you start?
I'm 10:30 to 11:30, and then I think it's Gary and Bennett.
And then me.
And then it's you.
And then Vernon's
And then
last,
Vernon. Yes. It'll be fun. I cannot
Yeah, it'll be
believe
great.
that it is Monday. And it really does always feel like the back to school day, unofficial, official kickoff to the season. Is there anything that you're most looking forward to finding out on Monday?
Yeah, like what am I going to ask? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
That's the main thing.
Well, there's a lot of new faces. Like,
I
as
thought
I'm
about it
prepping
this
my
morning.
Grizz Files,
Yeah.
it's been a more fun and
Grizz
more
Files. I forgot
tedious.
Grizz Files are back.
Yeah, a more this is going to be the year.
Yeah,
We're
it's gonna
finally
break
going to put
out.
them on
Let's do it.
social media. They've been secretly on the radio for 5 years. No, but even just trying to come up with because Grizz Files is like the life story, so I have to go through bios and find little nuggets for everyone. And there's a lot of new players involved. It's not overwhelmingly new, but this is the most new faces we've had in a couple of years.
Yeah. I'm like, my big question for training camp, kind of above and beyond personalities, whatever, is what are we going to see from this offense? Because we saw Tuomas coach like at the end of the season, but it was like they had one practice, it was on the fly, and he's kind of just trying to make it work. And I'm really, really curious how different things look with the benefit of a full summer and a training camp and all that stuff to put in this offense that, won the EuroLeague and was so good over there. And now he has actually time to work on it. He has some like ability to get type of players in that he wants to fit his system and all that. Like, what's the rotation going to look like? I think there's a lot of questions that we're kind of just going into this saying, oh, the Grizz are going to be good. And I think they will be good. But I think there's so many things we don't know about yet and like we already kind of know, like you said, there's new faces, but like we don't have like an Ozempic Zion coming in. Like, like we kind of know what everybody looks like and how they're going to be, what shape they're going to be.
And Gigi has new hair and a new tattoo.
Yeah.
Edie got his new tattoo. I want to know
The
why
Tom
Zach
Lee
Edie
Park
has a Tom
tattoo.
Lee Park.
Yeah,
I mean, I respect the hell out of it. Like,
me
it's a
too.
real one.
he
But no,
hang out
and Zach
there?
Edie is such a big piece of it, too. Like, to go with your overarching question of what the offense looks like, we will not know what the offense truly looks like until Zach Edey's healthy.
Yeah.
Like, that is a big part of this
Has
thing.
anyone
And
met Jock Landale?
Jock Landale.
Landale?
I know they did the internal media day, and so
Yeah.
a couple people met him. Said he was
I didn't see
nice. Has
photos,
a
though.
new baby fairly recently with his wife. I found out in my Grizz file preparation, his family has owned a farm in Australia for over 150
I think
years.
everybody in Australia owns a farm.
Okay, fair.
Pretty sure.
But he was like in the lineage to
Yeah.
the natural thing for his life would have been to stay in Australia, work the farm life, and instead he came
Sure.
over, played at St. Mary's, and was kind of a breakout. He was like an unknown in high school. It's
He's-
not like
he's-
everyone was going over to Australia to
He's
see Jock
built
Landale.
like a farm boy. Like a strong kid who like can
Very,
like,
very
yeah,
tall person on the farm.
push cows around and
Right.
stuff. Yeah, like
But I mean, he was signed as the interim fix
Yeah.
for not having Zach Edey at the start of the season. I just want to know, is Zach Edey available in
like
November, or is Zach
Timu-
Edey available in
Timu
January?
Steven Adams or something.
Yeah.
I don't. Jock Landale's kind of going under the radar and all this stuff. No one's talking about him.
You want to know who everyone says is just great?
Sure.
KCP.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone who interacts
Well-
with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope says he is just the most phenomenal person to talk
a former
to.
University of Georgia.
Well, there you go,
player.
of course. So
that
it's
explains
in
a
the
lot.
DNA at this point.
That's how they raise us there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would
expect nothing
less. Yeah. That's
But
what he does.
You got someone with championship pedigree. Like we talk all
A
the time
great
about
teammate.
a
That's all
great
you hear,
teammate,
yeah.
someone who knows what it takes for a team to win it all, and that's where I am so curious on the positions 2 and 3, and ultimately where that flies between Jalen Wells, between KCP, between Cedric Coward, and who's been cleared for basketball activities.
Yeah.
There's a lot of flexibility right now, but the loss of Desmond Bane does present a new, literally a new 5-man lineup to figure out.
It creates a good problem. It creates
Sure.
like this hole of like, how do you feel it? I played a game of 2K against my son the other night, and I was the Grizzlies, the new Grizzlies, and Ty Jerome went off. Ty Jerome,
Oh, nice.
Ty Jerome got red hot, and he couldn't miss. And my son's like, "What is going on?" And I was like draining threes with Ty Jerome.
Nice.
So like, I have good feelings about Ty Jerome right now. I think he's a guy who could play a huge role on this team. Like KCP, yes, championship pedigree, great defender. I think Ty Jerome's like that kind of Swiss Army knife that in Coach Isalo's system could be super effective and sort of was under the radar a little bit with the Cavs last year, who were so good. Like he was a big part of that team being great. I think he's a huge pickup for this Grizzlies team who's, you lose Luke Kennard, you lose like that shooting stuff, but here's a guy who's maybe not as good a shooter, but like probably better at all the other stuff. So get him in here to take a lot of these minutes too.
You're a big muscle watch guy. You've already brought up skinny Zion.
Ozempic Zion.
Does Ozempic Zion count in muscle watch?
I don't know. We need to make a ruling about GLP-1s in general in muscle watch. Like, I think they count. Like,
He's not on a GLP-1.
how do we know?
Because when you I am not an expert on GLP-1s, but to what I understand, it's very difficult to maintain muscle mass. That's one of the hardest things for people who are on
muscle
GLP-1s.
watch is more of like a catch-all term at this
No,
point.
I know, but I'm saying for a professional athlete, I would imagine being on a GLP-1 would make it more difficult to maintain the training schedule that is necessary to be said professional athlete.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if it does or not.
I'm going to ask Serena Williams.
But he does look like he's lost a lot of weight. Like,
Yes. I mean, just like Luka looked like he lost a lot of weight.
Sure, but Luka's weight loss seems more viable when you look at Luka. Like, I mean, he looks like he lost a lot of weight, but for Luka, that's probably 15 pounds, something like that. Zion looks like he's lost I don't know, 30, 40? Like he's
I
also
got by the fake picture because there was the official
there's
picture from the Pelicans and then there was an edited version, and I definitely got by the edited version originally. But still, yes, he's in the best shape that we've seen him in.
What we know from my history of running Muscle Watch is that for the most part, it feels like 15 pounds is sort of the maximum amount you can gain in the summertime for a basketball player. Every basketball player, like get back when the start of media days start next week, you're going to start seeing all these reports. So-and-so gained 12 pounds of muscle, 13 pounds, 15 pounds. It's always in that like 12 to 17 range. So when someone loses what appears to be 30, 40 pounds, that makes me think there's something nefarious happening here. Like it's not just like straight up in the weight room. I think you got to have some other.
I think you have a very
factors.
strict diet. You have trainers and chefs, and you're putting together a plan that has allowed you to get in the. But see, it's funny. Even as I say this, that's what I would have always assumed for like Hollywood actresses, actors, whatever, when they're getting in their best shape, or like women coming off of having babies.
And stuff.
Well, and now we've learned a lot of them were taking GLP-1s far longer than, we've been alerted of what Ozempic even is. So I even like pause in that moment of how much a proper training regimen can really do in a quick period of time. But I will say, there's amazing things that can happen to every single one of our bodies if we had a training system and a dietitian and a chef the way that these athletes do. You could also be in the greatest shape of your life.
So I got out of the hospital in March, right? I was in the hospital for a while. I've been like on a very, very, very strict diet and have been very, very strict about working out, like all that stuff. And I've been losing like about a pound a week, whatever. And I'm also on like lots of medication.
Yeah.
And I discovered the other day that one of the things I'm on is a GLP-1.
Oh, there you go.
And so I'm like, why have I been working out?
You're
like,
on Ozempic.
No, I'm not. But I'm on something else.
But you have to do both. And again, when you go back to the GLP-1 part of it, it makes it, for people who are, I know a lot of people who are on the shot, and they're not hungry. So if you are an athlete, think about how much food athletes have to eat. You physically cannot eat the food. It's not like, I don't want the food. No, you will be sick if you continue to eat the food.
See, the thing I take, like, that doesn't have that effect. I'm so hungry all the time.
Okay.
It changes the way some of the ones change the way your body like processes sugar or carbs or whatever. I guess they're the same thing.
Yeah.
So like it just changes like some people who are diabetic take GLP-1s because it helps them in some ways. I think GLP-1s is like this big catch-all term for different types of things.
That's fair.
But I don't know. I'm just saying, when I looked at that picture of Zion, I was like, I think there's something going on there. What's going on?
Well, it is a different version of Zion Williamson at this point. Your team has a big game this week. You're dressed up for it already.
I dress like this
Little
every day.
Georgia-Alabama game. What are you feeling?
Who did we play?
I believe it's Alabama.
Oh.
Don't do that. You guys have lost like 9 of the last 10 to Alabama.
We lost last year. I feel pretty good about it. I've taken the over. Like I think they're gonna. Last year they scored 75 points or something combined. So I'll take the over on that one. I feel pretty good about it. Alabama gets back their defensive tackle, who's like the captain of the defense, and Jam Miller's back. Yeah. So they get some good guys back, but like I feel a lot better about Georgia's chances after that Tennessee game. 2 weeks ago when you saw like kind of things open up and what they can do, and I think defensively they're good enough. They don't have to deal with Jalen Milroe like we did last year. Ty Simpson's fine, but I think Georgia's going to be okay. At home, it's got a blackout going on, night game. The last time Georgia lost a night game in Athens? Any idea?
No. I know they've won 33 straight home games.
The first Obama administration.
Oh, wow.
2009.
Oh, wow.
The last Georgia lost at night at home. So pretty good record in these situations, so I feel pretty good about it.
No, I feel confident saying Georgia is a good football team this year, and I don't yet feel confident saying that about Alabama, and that's not in a disrespectful way. It's just CJ and I were talking this week, and then the conversation carried over onto when I was on Vernon on Wednesday. But for me to say you are a good football team, I need to see you have played against what I would dub another good football team. And I think the Georgia-Tennessee game was a very good game, and Georgia ends up winning that game, and Gunnar Stockton steps up into the moment.
Alabama played a good team and lost.
Exactly.
They played one good team and they lost.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I totally get what you're saying.
I can't expand my brain to make much more of Alabama after they whooped up on a historically bad Wisconsin team. I'm just not allowing myself to do it.
The other thing is, like, I think Kalen DeBoer's a good coach. Like, and I think they're fine. But like we talked about this on the Odds Couple a couple weeks ago. Like Kirby Smart, probably the best coach in college football now. Like, who would you rank ahead of Kirby Smart?
I think you have to say Kirby, and I think that's fair.
Right?
What would your tier system be? Because my brain goes to Dan Lanning.
Who worked for Kirby.
He's part of the Kirby tree.
I mean, I would say Kirby's got to be there. It's like, and the thing with him to me, he gets the team fired up. He is elite at in-game adjustments. Almost every game, Georgia gets behind.
Mm-hmm.
Every game, like last year in Alabama, we were down 28-0, and then come back and take the lead. Against Tennessee, Georgia gets run out in the first quarter, comes back and wins the game.
Yeah.
He is so good at figuring out what's going on in the game and figuring out how to fix it. And that's what gives me confidence in a game like this Alabama game. Like, I think if it comes down to Kirby Smart versus Kalen DeBoer, I'll take Kirby. But it is kind of strange to think about. He's probably the best coach in college football right now.
Yes.
So I'll take
He's
him.
Also, at this point, one of the elder statesmen in college football, which continues
also,
to be
this
odd.
is why I saw a clip this week of Champ Bailey, former Denver Bronco, talking about how he was teammates with Kirby Smart in college, which made me think oh, wow, he's not that old. Like Kirby, he's probably 50, something like that. Like, he's not that old, but
I'm curious.
He's been around for so long. You kind of just
49.
49,
right on the cusp.
You just assume he's been around forever. And that's the same reason. The same reason I'm picking Georgia is the same reason I'm picking against Penn State this weekend. Because I do not trust James Franklin
in a big game. Again,
4-20, I think, against ranked teams.
Again, it turns into I have to see it to change a perspective of mine.
Show me what you can do.
If I don't see James Franklin win these games, he is what's the stat? 4-20 against top 10 teams, but 1-15 against top 5 teams. Yeah. And so you're lucky because Oregon is 6th, so it's not going to impact that. But bottom line, well, I don't know. I will find out this weekend.
No,
I try to be the same way I feel about Ohio State. I'll learn more about them against Washington this weekend.
CJ and I were laughing on odds a couple years ago because Roser's like, Oregon was terrible against Oregon State last week. They won 42-7. He was I needed to see more.
Oregon's outscored their opponents by an average of 51-9.
Yeah, they're great.
What
Oregon's
are we
great.
Doing?
They're fine.
Dante Moore has legitimate Heisman buzz right now.
Dan Lanning's amazing.
They hadn't played anybody.
No.
Yeah, so
but neither has Penn State.
We can rein some of this in. And what are we doing with the CFP run Penn State went on last year? We're just not counting any of those as big games. We're not counting the win over SMU or
SMU
over
and Boise State.
We're not counting those as big wins.
I mean, neither of those were top 10 teams, were they?
Both of them were top 10. Boise was 4.
That's the one game James Franklin's won. He was 1-15 against top 5 teams.
That's the one. That's the one. So, all right, what are we doing? Because I get the Franklin struggles in big game narrative, but I don't think we reward him for winning big games. I don't understand. Big games aren't just top 5, top 10 teams.
Yeah.
There are big games on the schedule that James Franklin has absolutely won.
But he's lost more than he's won. And that's the thing, right? Like, you look at him and you're like, all right, yeah, he's won a few.
It becomes all narrative based. Listen, I got in a small argument last night. I don't know if you saw the conversation that popped off about Russell Wilson
about being a Hall of Famer?
Yeah. And I think I am not some Russell Wilson stan. So similar to me feeling in a weird spot having to stand for Jimmy Kimmel a little bit because I don't really care about Jimmy Kimmel in that way. Yeah. Same thing for Russell Wilson here. I'm just saying that to make the comparison that it's not like I'm sitting here thinking that Russell Wilson is one of the greatest quarterbacks.
So you
CJ
think
and I have
Russell Wilson is the Jimmy Kimmel of NFL quarterbacks?
Yes, but I think Russell Wilson should be in the Hall of Fame. I think he has a legitimate case. And we've had this situation now where Richard Sherman and the rest of that Seahawks defense are obviously still mad about the pick that he threw, and they're never going to get over it. And maybe there was maybe he's a weird locker room guy. I don't know. I can't speak for it. I'm not in there.
Like he might be.
But we don't have to denigrate Russell Wilson's entire career based on the last 4 years of what's transpired after he left the Seahawks.
Yeah. I don't really get the NFL Hall of Fame in general. Like, I don't understand what the
criteria.
Yeah, it's all Hall of Fames, to be honest. The NBA one too is kind of odd. Like, the people who make it in there, sometimes you're like, well, all right. Yeah, but if you look at it and it's kind of weird. I don't know. Russell Wilson, you think sure, whatever. Like, who cares?
I'm not adamant against him being in it, though. And it feels like there's this narrative churning that Russell Wilson is some kind of a bum. And I'm like, lest we forget the run from, 2015 to 2019, where Russell Wilson was definitively one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
But just like 3 years as one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL gets you in the Hall of Fame.
And he won a Super Bowl.
I mean, does Chris Chandler get in there? Like, he took the Falcons to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Matt Ryan, is he a Hall of Famer? He might be. I don't know. Like, he won an MVP. Like, I don't know what the criteria is, and it's so, like, kind of shifting as things go.
Yeah.
So who knows?
All right, Lang. We'll see you on Monday, even though the graphic doesn't say it.
Yeah.
We'll see you on the Grind City Media
I'll let you know what happens
Day
on the
show.
staff meeting.
Thank you. Please send us a text. We got to take a break. We'll come back. We'll do our RAGGOWs, and then still ahead, Jared Boyd is going to join us for Music Friday. He's DJing out at Mempho Fest next weekend. All that when we come back.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Let's go, Grizz, let's go!
Oh, John Moran just broke the rim with that finish.
Defense, take them ball! Defense, take them ball!
Jared with a rejection.
Give me that!
Moran digs at it, knocks it away. Picked up by Pippen. Bob, Brandon Clark.
On that rim!
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Jaren Jackson has a message for y'all. Jaren, say it now.
What?
It's the best show in the world.
Yeah, Trip. When I showed up at the event last night, he goes, "You got the biggest show in the world." And I said, "No, I really don't." And he goes, "To me, you do. I see you every day." I asked him why he doesn't just walk up here, and he's like, "Because I don't want you to be able to prepare." I was like,
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
I had dinner last night with Grizzlies head coach Tomas Isolo, and that was a pleasant experience. It is not hard to understand how a franchise could fall in love with the idea of him running the basketball team. If there would have been a camera on our conversation last night and I could just replay it for you, you would walk away incredibly impressed.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back, welcome back. It is Friday. It means it's time to do our RAGGOWs. I think that was the closest I've come to having a little trill on there. Games of the weekend in college football and the NFL coming up. Asterisk before we get started. Just want it to be locally clear that every game is a big game for the Memphis Tigers moving forward. Memphis FAU, not going to make my biggest games of the weekend. But every game for Memphis is a big game after beating Arkansas. And now all you got to do is beat all the teams in the American, and then maybe we're talking about a trip to the college football playoff. Anyway, that's a long ways away. Speaking of college football playoff implications, quite a few of those games this weekend. And we'll start with my first game of the weekend, and that is Oregon-Penn State. Oregon-Penn State, give me a Big Ten matchup between 3-0 Penn State coming off a bye, 4-0 Oregon, coming off a big win over Oregon State. These are the teams that Oregon has beaten this year. Oregon State, Montana State, Oklahoma State, R.I.P. Mike Gundy, and Northwestern. Here are the teams Penn State has beaten this year. Nevada, FIU, and Villanova. Penn State has won their first 3 games by an average score of 44-6. Their smallest win was 34 points against FIU. Oregon outscoring opponents 51-9. Their closest game was a 20-point win over Northwestern. Bottom line, we don't really know who either of these teams are. It is a whiteout in Happy Valley. I do think the pressure is on Penn State in this spot, given the narrative, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, that James Franklin struggles in big games. Regardless, Penn State's season is typically defined by games against Ohio State, Michigan, and now Oregon. So this is a big one. Penn State went out, got Ohio State's defensive coordinator coming off of last season in Jim Knowles. He's the highest paid coordinator in all of college football. We will see what they put together to try to stop an Oregon offense that is 4th in the country, averaging 51 points a game. This is a night game as well. We've got 2 great night games. I wish that they were at different times, but alas, we will have to be doing the flippy of the remote. CJ.
I'm confused as to why Dan Lanning doesn't have the same, doesn't win the big game stench on him. Now, maybe it's because he's only been where he's been for 4 years.
I was trying to pull up the
big game stench on him. Now, maybe it's because he's only been where he's been for 4 years.
I was trying to pull up the
James Franklin has been here for quite some time. But they lost some big games last year also, didn't they?
No.
They lost to Ohio. Did they not lose Ohio State?
They beat Ohio State.
Who'd they lose to? Because he's sitting there. He lost one game. He lost in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He lost in the playoffs. They've been favored to win their conference Pac-12 a couple of times, and they ended up losing a couple of times there as
he's only been a head coach since 2022. It's a pretty big difference between James Franklin, who has been a head coach since 2014. He's been at Penn State since 2014 and had his 3 years at Vanderbilt before that. Dan Lanning has been a head coach for 3 years.
That would be why.
Yes.
That he just hasn't been coaching long enough, because I could argue that
Dan Lanning is 39 and James Franklin is 53. There's your difference.
I could argue that he hadn't won anything big either, right? I guess you could say the Big Ten, he won that last year over Franklin in the championship game, but okay. I just don't like he doesn't win big game narrative. I don't rock with that with James Franklin. If you can win at Vanderbilt, you're a good coach, and it's not like Penn State is falling to everybody. If you're in the Big Ten and you're losing to one of Michigan, Ohio State, that probably means you're pretty damn good still. This is a whiteout. You brought it up. It's one of my games of the week also. They're 12-6 in whiteout games, stadium whiteout games, which started in 2007. So the student section did whiteouts in 2002 or something like that. And then the whole stadium started doing it in 2007. Since then, they are 12-6. And the last loss was 2018, which was a 26-27 loss to Ohio State. So that is a hard environment to be in. I don't know what to make of Dante. I think that Penn State, he looks good because, in part, the competition he's playing, 1. But 2, they're keeping him upright. He's only been sacked 1 time this season and hadn't really been pressured in the pocket yet. Penn State has 9 sacks on the season. Penn State has the athletes to be able to go out there and generate pressure. So, okay, let's see what he is when the bullets start flying, so to speak. Also, I think Penn State's run game is still really, really good and pretty dynamic, with Singleton as the head there. I'm curious to see. We'll learn some things about both of these teams when this matchup pops off on
We'll learn
Saturday.
about Drew Aller too.
No, we know about Drew.
No,
I'm
willing to give him.
You're willing to give him. I don't know why. I know about Drew. If this game comes down to what Drew Aller can do, Oregon's gonna win by 50.
All right.
Keep the ball out of Drew Aller's hand.
What's your first game?
It's this one.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so what's your second?
That's exciting. My second is the Alabama-Georgia game. I think I could have gone. Wait, yeah, you don't even have this on
What
your
is it?
list. Ole Miss LSU.
Oh, I thought I had it on there. Ole Miss LSU was a good game, though. Still a great game. This one is.
Because I was gonna say I struggled picking between Alabama, Georgia, and Ole Miss LSU.
I think what I did, I saw you went
Music
Alabama,
doesn't- yeah.
Georgia, and it was like, oh, well, the other one is Ole Miss LSU. This is very, very important for both of these teams. They're jockeying for SEC championship berths and playoff berths and things of that nature. I'm curious to see that we'll learn some things about both of them as well. This LSU defense, I think, is legit, and I know. Every single year, one thing I know about any team Lane Kiffin is going to be head coach of, that offense is going to roll. And so far
Take the
this
over.
season, the
He told
offense,
you.
Yeah, well, that's a goofy ass thing, but yeah, you should probably take the over on all of Kiffin's game. It's not like Lane Kiffin's not trying to score a bunch of points. Any game Lane Kiffin is coaching in, he's trying to score all of the points.
Actual
It
helpful
doesn't-
gambling advice when it's just the same thing that you should do every single time.
No, this LSU defense versus Ole Miss offense, I'm really excited to see who comes out on top there. It's strength on strength. This is why it's one of my games of the week.
And you get the very fun narrative that you don't care about, that Lane Kiffin's daughter is dating an LSU player. Oh, what a week to make your relationship official. My other game is the Alabama-Georgia game. And for reasons like you, perhaps, I think James Franklin gets unfairly designated as a coach who does not thrive in big game situations. I think it's fair to say Kirby Smart doesn't thrive against Alabama. That's just a fact. Like when you look at statistics that back both of those cases, Kirby Smart is in a similar situation where 6 of the last 7 meetings between these teams have been electric, but Alabama has been Kirby's kryptonite. Like Kirby Smart has won 85% of the games he's coached since he took over in 2016, but he's won 92% of his games against any opponent not named Alabama, and he's 1-6 against the Tide. Like that's just the way it is. And even looking back to last year, and they almost complete the comeback and how it transpires from there. But I think this will be very fun. Night game in Georgia, always a good time, like Lang was talking about. I gained massive respect points for how Gunnar Stockton navigated the end of that Tennessee game. But I am curious. This Alabama team I don't think is as bad as some were saying they were coming off of the Florida State loss, but I'm not sure they are as good yet as people are making them out to be because they've beaten bad opponents since then. I like Ty Simpson a lot. I like Ryan Williams a lot. This is an opportunity for that offense and for Kalen DeBoer to prove that the identity of this team is one who can still at least compete with a team like Georgia on the road.
If they can't stop the run, it's all for naught. And I don't think they can stop the run still. You bring back all of that production on the defensive side of the ball from last year, and they didn't stop the run last year either. And in the one game against a team with similar talent on the field to Alabama, they got gashed running the football. I think Georgia is a physical enough team for it to be noticeable. Alabama struggles stopping the run. If they can't stop the run, I don't think this is going to matter. This is a good game as well. My next game is your USC team. They're taking on Illinois.
You see goofy Lincoln Riley?
What's he complaining
about the time?
Hey, wake up and go play football, dog.
Hey, you were once upon a time in a conference where everyone was pretty much almost in the same time zone and things were working out pretty well.
Hey, wake the hell up and play football.
Yeah.
Like that,
Stay
that's
up
all.
one weekend, play football. Wake up the next weekend, play football.
Let's go.
I'm so sick of him complaining. I struggle with Lincoln Riley because he is the coach of my football team and I want good things. But man, he makes me roll my eyes sometimes.
This is an Illinois team coming fresh off of that ass whooping by Indiana, but they were down 4 defensive backs in that game.
Yeah.
Their top defensive back is out for this. Scott is out for this. He was a first-team All-Big Ten selection last year. He was an All-American honorable mention as well. This is a USC team who, to this point, even though they hadn't played anybody, to this point, they look dynamic in the passing game.
Don't tell anyone.
Well, listen, I think we all know it, but I won't tell anybody. But they look really, really good throwing the ball.
Secret. They do better in the shadows. We don't do well when people start paying attention.
Oh, okay. Well, definitely keep playing the bad teams then because nobody was paying attention. Then, yeah, this is going to be fun. One of these teams is good, and we'll find out which one it is come Saturday.
All right, games in the NFL quickly because we have Jared Boyd in studio and we've got him coming up in Music Friday. My first is Packers Cowboys. I think this is the most notable game of the week, and everyone is calling it the game of the week. And if it looks like a game of the week and smells like a game of the week and involves one of the best defensive players in football returning to the place that inexplicably let him go this offseason, it just might be the game of the week. Micah Parsons returned to Dallas. Reports say he will be unleashed as far as snap counts go, and it's like weeks 1 through 3 were just a warm-up, but his warm-up period included 5 tackles, 6 quarterback hits, and 1.5 sacks. They plan to move him around on defense, and almost all of his snaps so far have come on the line, but you think back to what he was utilized as, especially early in Dallas, where he was on the line, he was everywhere, he played a little linebacker, even played a little in the secondary. He's just so versatile, and if I were Dak Prescott, I would be scared. And Dak Prescott said as much. He was like, I hope it's not painful for me. I was like, well, you can hope and you can pray. And you lost your number 1 receiver in CeeDee Lamb. Godspeed.
They got to have some sort of an attorney Dak Prescott can go to and be like, yo, I want to press charges. I want to sue Jerry Jones.
What if you went to your HR department and said,
Jerry Jones is abusing me.
This is a toxic workplace. I now have to go up against my former coworker, and he's my buddy too. I love when defensive players, like when things like this happen, not in the craziness of Micah Parsons, but when they ultimately have to go up against their former quarterback and they had a good relationship, right? Like everything you hear between Micah and Dak is nothing but respect. And now the weirdness from both perspectives, from Micah being on the hunt to get to Dak Prescott and Dak being like, please God, don't let this man get close to me.
Hey, listen, got to be able to go to HR.
Security.
This is all Jerry Jones's fault.
Security.
Yeah, that's my game of the week for everything that you said. It's going to be great. Over under 2.5 sacks for Micah.
Over. I think he plays like a man possessed.
Yeah.
I think sometimes that moment becomes too big. Like people make such a big deal out of it, and that's just a normal game. I think the Packers coming off of the kind of like inexplicable loss last weekend.
There's already a natural rivalry between the Packers and the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Also, so add that in there. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good stuff. What's your next game?
My other game is the Bucs-Eagles game. Both teams 3-0. Nick Sirianni 1-4 against the Bucs as head coach of the Eagles, and 3 of those losses have come at Raymond James Stadium, which is where this weekend's game is, and it is supposed to be hot. Baker Mayfield has been awesome, especially in late game situations. But when you look at his stats, it's interesting. His completion rate is not great this season, but he still has 6 touchdowns, no picks, and he's led 3 game-winning drives in 3 weeks. Now he has a pretty depleted offensive line. They could be down 3 of 5 starters. They're at least down 2, and he's down a receiver in Mike Evans. So it will be interesting to see how he matches up against, and this offense in general matches up against the Eagles. And then this Eagles offense, just curious coming off of last week. A.J. Brown, the passing game opens up because they needed it to get the win over the Rams. Do they bottle it back up and try to stick with a more conservative offensive game plan? Saquon has not been great this season. His yards per carry average is down from 5.8 last year to 3.3 this year, and the Bucs do have a pretty good run defense. So just excited to see 2 good undefeated teams go up against each other.
Yeah, this has NFC Championship game like potential written all over it. Baker Mayfield also is in late game scenarios. He's a gamer. He gets them down there, down the field in scoring position, either for the touchdown or for the field goal. So if this is close and Baker has the ball in his hands, oh boy, something magical might happen. My next game, my last game, one of these quarterbacks is going to be 1-3 after this, either Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson. And if I had told anybody that to start the season, be like, nah, there's no way somebody will have lost. One of these two will have lost 3 of their first 4 games, because you know what that means. That means that you're probably not going to the playoffs if you start 1-3. So that's why this is on here for me. The Ravens could very well be 4-0. At the very worst, 3-1. You don't give away the game against the Bills where you were up big in the fourth quarter and your defense collapses and Derrick Henry fumbles the football, and then you don't have a situation where they can't stop you. They can't. Was it the Rams game? Was that the game? Who did the Ravens just lose to? Why am I blanking? Either way it goes.
It was just Monday Night Football.
Yeah, it was Monday Night Football. It was Rams, wasn't it?
No.
Who was it?
The Rams played the Eagles.
Yeah, okay. That
the
was
Ravens,
Rams, Eagles.
The Lions.
Lions.
Duh.
There we
God.
go. You just
Okay,
the Lions,
we need to study what happens to brains.
There's so much information coming in and out of these things.
It's really sometimes difficult, just in real time. Like, it comes back to you eventually.
Yeah.
Like, the memory of the game is right there from just a few nights ago. But my God, is it hard to pull sometimes.
Since then, we've watched Thursday Night Football, 2 WNBA postseason games, and no baseball. We got to find that any calendar.
I even had baseball in the rundown with Lang. Didn't get to it. Tough. My dad was like, tomorrow would be a really good day to talk about baseball. I was like, that's great. Probably won't, but thank you for the advice.
But yeah, if you don't, the Lions, not like the Lions defense stopped the Ravens offense. So if Derrick Henry doesn't fumble, I have to assume, there it is, I have to assume that they're going down the field to score.
Oh, I win.
Yeah,
We still got the postseason.
Are we
I
competing?
usually watch a little. CJ, you've worked with me for so long now. You know I am always competing.
Listen, you can win. You can win this because
Secretly,
I'm
loudly.
I'm almost certain I'm not going to watch another inning of baseball.
You won't watch any of the postseason?
I'm like 96% sure I won't watch.
I'll watch the Mariners.
Unless the Mariners
I'll watch the big
in
dump.
the World Series against the Dodgers and Shohei is on the mound and Big Dumper's up to bat, Game 7 on the line, series on the line, I'm watching that. And I'm almost certain I'm not going to watch the whole game, but I'm going to watch that moment. That's what it would take for me to watch.
My dad did have a really good, he's like such a stat wizard. So just the things he remembers. He has no problem remembering what game he just watched. When the Rockies made the World Series, their only World Series back in 2007, whatever number games their win streak was going into that, because if you remember, you probably don't, not people, I grew up in Colorado, so we're paying attention to this religiously, but it was an insane win streak for them to end up even making the postseason, and then they make the World Series. The Mariners, if they were to win out, could have the same win streak going into this postseason, and the Mariners obviously have never been to the World Series in a similar position that the Rockies were in that year. So perhaps they will be able to recreate the magic, and that is a very Jesse-specific Colorado, Seattle, and now speaking on a Memphis show about some baseball teams. That's the way this goes. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Jared Boyd is going to be in studio. He is DJing at Mempho Fest next weekend. We'll catch up with him about Mempho Fest. Busy music weekend. He was at the Music Hall of Fame induction ceremony last night. It's Goner Fest weekend as well here in Memphis. And we'll get his take on some music headlines as well, including apparently Taylor Swift in the NFL can't make it work, CJ. They can't make it work for Taylor to do the Super Bowl. We'll talk about all that and more after a quick break.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Let's go, Grizz, let's go!
Oh, John Moran just broke the rim with that finish.
Defense, take that ball! Defense, take that ball!
Jared with a rejection.
Give me that!
Moran digs at it, knocks it away. Picked up by Pippen. Bob, Brandon Clark.
Ooh, on that rim!
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Jaren Jackson has a message for y'all. Jaren, say it now.
What?
It's the best show in the world.
Yeah, Trip. When I showed up at the event last night, he goes, "You got the biggest show in the world." And I said, "No, I really don't." And he goes, "To me, you do. I see you every day." I asked him why he doesn't just walk up here, and he's like, "Because I don't want you to be able to prepare." I was like,
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
I had dinner last night with Grizzlies head coach Tomas Isolo, and that was a pleasant experience. It is not hard to understand how a franchise could fall in love with the idea of him running the basketball team. If there would have been a camera on our conversation last night and I could just replay it for you, you would walk away incredibly impressed.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back. We do have one more read for you because open practice is next weekend. Grizz Nation, open practice presented by Tennessee Lottery is free admission for all fans on Saturday, October 4th at 1 p.m. at FedEx Forum. Watch your favorite players compete in live practice and skills competitions. And this season, you can start the season off with opening night tickets available for just $9.01 only at FedEx Forum box office during open practice. We have a special guest in studio this Friday. It is our dear friend Jared Boyd, JB. He's here after a long night at the Memphis Music Hall of Fame induction ceremony. So how many years have you done the induction ceremony now?
I think this is the third year that I've done it, the fourth year, and I also am on the selection committee to pick who's nominated.
So how does that work?
How does the selection committee work? It is a smoky room with other Memphis music
Smell the wine
lovers.
and cheap perfume?
Yeah, absolutely. And historians, people who have lived in Memphis, who've worked in Memphis, who've written at length about Memphis music and have worked alongside Memphis music for a long time. And it's really, there's a short list that there's so many amazing people, past and present. I mean, if you think of somebody like Glorilla, who's already had a Hall of Fame career, I mean, there's a backlog of so many people who are performers, who are behind the scenes, who have been support to our music community. It becomes a fight every time when you get like 10 to 15 people and they look at the list of names and they add more names, and then it's like, what about, it just gets crazy. So it's hard to narrow it down each year, and usually there has to be a referee that can just say, all right, you guys seem to all agree on this 5, maybe we'll take 2 wild cards and we'll move forward.
So I was curious, even last night, this is so great that you're here and that you're on the committee, because now I can just ask these questions.
Yeah.
Someone like Robert Johnson, who is mostly associated with Mississippi, but then last night I learned lived in Memphis for a portion of his childhood. Would he have to have had that period living in Memphis to be in the Memphis Music Hall of Fame, or is it because that is so like next door that it feels like it bleeds into Memphis music?
I think the conversation, it took a couple years of doing this for me to really understand a philosophy like that, because Memphisness can sometimes be nebulous when you talk about what's going on with music in Arkansas and music in Mississippi and surrounding areas. As people are traveling to this area to perform or doing records here, even if they don't live here, what was the reasoning for someone like Robert Johnson is, okay, like what Hall of Fames are in this area that person could be in, one, and two, like what is their impact on Memphis music, even if they aren't necessarily living here full time. If something that they've done has I mean, how could you not argue in favor of how influential he is to the blues, and the blues is so essential to us, even being next door. It's important to recognize his contribution.
Have you, I imagine it's very cool because you love music and you're so involved in music, and especially when it comes to the Music Hall of Fame, like something like getting to hear one of Robert Johnson's grandkids sing one of his songs last night, or the opportunity to be there with John Mellencamp. And I was so impressed with Eric Gales, just blew everyone away.
That's where I was headed. I mean, Eric Gales was amazing, and I saw him a couple weeks ago at the B.B. King 100th birthday party down on Beale Street, and I just gave him a dap and didn't really introduce myself. And so last night I was like working myself up to say hello to him, and I said, "Hi, Eric, I'm Jared Boyd," and he goes, "Oh, I've been reading about you," and I was like,
That's awesome.
I almost fell over.
He was incredible.
He was amazing. I mean, he did the For Elise thing that he does on the guitar. Oh my gosh. Amazing.
It's funny. I'm trying to play piano again, and For Elise is one of my songs to tell. I play like 6 songs every day, and For Elise is one of them. And he started playing the little For Elise bit last night, and Chris just goes, "That's the song you play." I'm like, yeah, he wasn't way cooler than I'm ever going to play it, and I would love to do what he does instead.
Just keep working at it.
For you, busy music time in Memphis. I feel like oftentimes people associate May with the busyness of music just because now you have Riverbeat Music Festival, and that's kind of the premier of the festivals as it pertains to music. But between Goner Fest this weekend and Mempho Fest next weekend, which is one of the premier music events that Memphis gets to host every year, and you're performing at Mempho Fest this year. You're
performing
DJing.
at both.
You're performing at both.
Yeah, I'm DJing at Goner Fest tonight.
You're one of the busiest people in this entire
I'm
city.
DJing at Goner Fest tonight, all vinyl. Tommy Wright III is going to be there. I'm excited for that. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be nice. The WYXR turns 5 this week. We're going to have a party outside the studio, so that'll be nice. A nice little kickoff as you ride into the Mempho Fest weekend. That'll be Thursday night outside of our studio.
Before we get more into Mempho Fest with WXYR, how's everything been for you guys from the public broadcasting standpoint? How can people support?
Well, people can support by donating. We had our pledge drive last week, but it's not too late to donate. To go to WYXR.org. It's WYXR.org. We lost almost $85,000 in the rescission of public media funding. That was money that we were expecting to be able to implement into our budget. I mean, it was implemented into our budget, and it was snatched from under us. So fundraising is important right now as we're a nonprofit station that supports almost 100 on-air volunteer hosts and DJs that are playing the music that they want to play, having the conversations they want to have. As a program manager, I'm not telling them, hey, this is what's hot right now, the Cardi B, you got to play it. No, they play what they want to play. So it's important.
For someone who doesn't get it, why is it so important to have a station like that here in Memphis?
Well, I mean, last night was a great testament to how diverse and amazing our music legacy is. You had gospel, you had blues, you had Wendy Moten's is she's like the JJJ of the music world. I mean, she's pop, country, soul. She's amazing. She's international. She's a unicorn of music. I mean, just in that career alone, you see how diverse someone who's truly raised by sound in Memphis can be. And from, singing at the Mid-South Fair to now she writes and plays with Vince Gill and Martina McBride. I mean, that's what it means to be raised by sound. That's what our station's motto is. We're raised by sound. We are Memphis, and we are all unicorns. And so on my show, I might be playing Isaac Hayes 1 minute, and then I might go way on the other end of the spectrum and play some house song that samples Isaac Hayes. I mean, it doesn't have to have that connection, but we have that freedom to go all over the place. So,
yeah, it really brings it back to the tradition that was set here and continues to be set here. That was the thing that was so nice about last night, is just the understanding of how deeply entrenched Memphis is in the fabric of American music. And I think it gets overlooked sometimes.
People find their voice on our station. We've had everything from he's an 86-year-old gospel host that we've had on since the beginning, to now we have an 8th grader on Saturday mornings who is running her show on her own. I checked in on her show this past Saturday, and she's got it
What's
down.
her name?
Lulu.
Lulu.
Okay. Shout out Lulu.
Shout out Lulu. The hustle is real. That's awesome.
For sure.
For a Mempho Fest, big lineup this year out at Mempho Fest. You're DJing on Saturday.
Yeah.
The big headliner on Friday is Widespread Panic. You
Gotta
also
see
have
him.
Father John Misty.
Yeah.
On Saturday, they're playing again along with the Flaming Lips. And then you have Tyler Childers playing on Sunday, which is a crazy good get. When you look at this lineup, what stands out? What should people most be looking forward to?
Well, I mean, you hit the big ones right there. Man, I wanted to see Flaming Lips when they played on Bill Street and they broke that record. I was in 10th grade or 11th grade or something like that. I couldn't hang out in the middle. It was the middle of the school day. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
No, I wasn't here.
Well, no, but it was a Guinness World Record. They started out on Bill Street and they toured. It was the most shows in 24 hours or something like that.
Okay.
They went to Oxford next and did this and this and that. And so they played all these different shows in one day, and it was like a big deal. I want to see Mavis Staples. I want to see The Far Side. I want to see all of our WYXR DJs do their best. They're going to kill it. And it's always a fun weekend. And yeah, you just as you mentioned, it's a premier experience. it's really been streamlined since moving to the Ratings Amphitheater at the Botanic Gardens, where you don't miss anything. When one stage is playing, the other one's setting up, and there's just a little nick of time between where you can catch a DJ, and on your way to something, you might get into some information about Music Export Memphis or another local nonprofit or a vendor, and it's like everything just goes bam, 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 where you don't have like that downtime where you're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do for the next 2 hours before I want to see who I want to see. I mean, everything's rolling.
It was cool last year. I saw Goose, I saw Sublime, I saw Queens of the Stone Age, and it was just a reminder from someone who's been to various music festivals around the country. It's such an intimate experience. Like, you really do feel as if you're getting, you use the word premiere, and it's the perfect word for it, because you're close, there's good food options, good drink options, but it feels like you're just hanging with friends listening to music that you want to listen to. Sometimes music festivals can feel so big, and you can feel a little lost in it, which doesn't take away from that experience either. There's something awesome about the energy that happens at something like that. But this one, it's hard to explain to people what makes Mempho Fest so special.
You just got to pull up and be a part of it. I mean, it's Mempho. It's for Memphis. It's happening.
It's happening. It is. Is there anything else music-wise coming up next couple weeks, next couple months that people should have on their radar?
Oh, yeah. We had the Summer Solstice with Zach Fox this past summer on Juneteenth. This weekend, we're doing the Fall Equinox Party at the Old Comeback Coffee. I'll be emceeing that. I'll be doing the St. Jude Walk tomorrow at Tom Lee, too, emceeing and DJing at that. Of course, I mentioned WYXR turns 5. Our 5th birthday party will be outside of our studio window this Thursday at 6. And, I hope to see everybody at Garner Fest tonight, and then we'll see everyone at Mempho next weekend. It's packed. We're slamming it in.
I always keep track. We do Music Friday every Friday. Yeah. Keep an eye on new music coming out. And yesterday I saw this post from Pop Bass that had new music out tonight. And you know when you see a tweet and you only see the beginning of the tweet, you're like, oh, I need to click it to expand to see what the rest of the tweet is. And next thing I knew, I was scrolling through every new piece of music or new album that's coming out today.
Right.
Because next week is Taylor Swift.
Oh.
So everybody's cramming their release in this weekend so that it doesn't have to compete with Life of a Showgirl and Taylor Swift next weekend. But is there anything new that you've been listening to? Because I always trust your music knowledge and recommendations.
Oh, for sure. My homies, the Black Keys, their new record, I've been listening to a bunch. Today, Lady Ray, her new record, you may not be familiar with Lady Ray. She had a song back in the day. She was signed to Missy Elliott, like in the 90s. And she's re-emerged as this classic soul artist named Lady Ray. And she put out a new record today called Cover Girl, and it's amazing. And she took some amazing, 70s gospel songs, rare gospel songs, and turned them into these beautiful ballads. It's a danceable album. That's what I'm listening to right now. I pre-ordered the record, and I got my signed photo from Lady Ray.
Ooh, awesome.
To go with my signed record that I got for my birthday this year. I'm just a big fan of hers, and I interviewed her last week for the record too. So very gracious, Big Crown Records, and that whole family over there has been really cool.
I got what you want.
I got what you want.
I got what you
got
want.
what you need. Okay, now imagine like that, but now she's on like the Solange, Raphael Sadiq, in that lane. Yeah. Duran Jones, and the Can I Call You Rose with the Sacred Souls.
Yes,
I got you. Okay, now we're there. So that voice on that style of music.
Just off topic real quick. Missy's verse on that track is incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. Nicole Ray, Lady Ray, she's got a new album. It's amazing. Okay. I can't wait to play it. But I'm on air today at noon. I won't be playing that. I'll be doing more tributes to the Memphis Music Hall of Fame.
Nice.
We'll have some special guests from last night on.
Oh,
yeah.
Surprise.
Some authors and people, fans of the music, family members.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Olivia Dean?
Yes.
She has a new album that dropped today.
You excited about that?
Yes, I love her.
Okay, we'll swap. We'll trade. I'll listen to yours. You listen to mine.
Absolutely. And Mariah Carey has a new album today,
really?
which is kind of exciting. I don't know. I haven't listened to it yet. I didn't have time this morning.
I got through the first 4 tracks.
Anything good?
The Anderson .Paak song is pretty good. It's odd hearing Mariah, who I've got to be I'm assuming she's in her 50s now, talking about being a bad bee and how all in her stilettos.
She's 56.
And it makes it odd, and how all the diamonds glisten and all the ice on her. It's like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, I think you're a little old for that.
Let's not be ageist.
I'm
all
not
right,
ageist.
fine wine. She's
Mariah
been
can do it forever.
re-emancipated.
I don't care.
The
Mariah
re-emancipation
can
of Mimi.
continue.
But they're so far. It's a cool R&B album, and we don't get a lot of high profile R&B albums. To me, when people say, "Oh, this is R&B," and I go and listen to it, it's very, very much not. It's hip hop.
Yeah.
It might even be rap. It's like, okay, this isn't what I'm looking for. Mariah Carey, this album is very R&B-ish. Four tracks in.
It's Southern Heritage Classic Weekend this weekend too, huh?
It is. That's where CJ will be tomorrow.
Yeah, Branford Marcellus Quartet.
Yeah, that's tonight.
Tonight
That's
at the Orpheum.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of music.
Grammy Award winning.
Absolutely. Yeah. Friend of Lang Whitaker as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Can I bother you to stay for one final music story before
Let's
we
kick it.
get out of here?
You
'Cause
don't have to kick me out. I'll hang with y'all all day.
when we say the name Taylor Swift, sometimes big things happen on the show. And once upon a time, flirted with the theory that Taylor Swift was going to be the Super Bowl halftime act. It took off. It was everywhere. And I really convinced myself it was going to happen. And now, according to a report from Yahoo yesterday, the NFL, quote, flatly refused to meet Taylor Swift's demands about Super Bowl performance, according to sources. So it appears that, according to all reporting, this really was something that was going to happen. They were trying to get Taylor Swift to be the halftime act. Taylor Swift was interested in being the halftime act, and they couldn't make it work. And I don't understand how, in this day and age, you don't make it work. But notoriously, halftime show acts for the Super Bowl are not paid. It is not a paid performance. And from what I understand, Taylor Swift was not okay with that in its totality, and she wanted full ownership of her performance while also asking for slots to advertise her own projects during the show, and the NFL did not agree to these terms. Music executive in this report said she wasn't asking for favors, she was asking for respect.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't get that. This is the NFL, dog. Either you're going to perform or you're not. And that sucks. It shouldn't be that way. But think about it from the NFL, one of the greediest organizations that we have standpoint, where we've had all of these entertainers come through and perform, and we've given them nothing. If we start paying you, that means from now on, we have
Everybody
to pay
has to get paid moving
Taylor
forward.
Swift is in, if this is the case, Taylor Swift is 1,000% in the right. But it's the NFL, and they don't care about right. They care about making money. And if I got to pay you, I'm not going to make no money.
Well, Taylor Swift might be in the right, but Taylor Swift also cares about making money to an absurd degree. And so she is not, as a businesswoman, there would be nothing in my brain that would make me think Taylor Swift would, come to the NFL and say, no, you know what? I won't make anything off of this, and I'll just do this out of the kindness of my heart. She doesn't act that way. Like, for love it, hate it, however you feel about it, she gets her money constantly. She's putting a music video out for this new album release. And I'm like, you could just put it on YouTube. But no, people are buying tickets to go in theaters to watch a music video accompanied with the new Taylor Swift album. So she's always finding something. And I'm sure she thought that there would be enough sway, and rightfully so. Like, that is the biggest act they could get at this point for the Super Bowl halftime show. And now I'm very curious who their backup ends up being. There's rumors that it's Adele.
Which is a hell of a backup.
Which I'd be fine with.
Hell of a backup to get. There's a lot of arrogance coming from both sides in this. And I love it. How she doesn't need your exposure. That without Taylor Swift, it's just going to be another Super Bowl halftime show. Yeah, that's the most watched thing on TV every single year. Chill the hell out, Taylor Swift. NFL, we could get anybody to come in and do a halftime show. You sure as hell can, but guess who it won't be? It won't be that. It won't be Taylor Swift. I love when I get big-time corporations, and at this point, Taylor Swift is a big-time corporation, fighting against one another. It just tickles my heart.
It's a perfect way to put it.
I had a friend in high school. He went to MUS. His name was Cliff. He played golf. And he was in a youth organization with Taylor Swift's younger brother.
Oh.
And they all went to a banquet. Taylor Swift was still a teenager. And he tripped and spilled a Coca-Cola in Taylor's lap.
Oh, now? Wow. Was he the reason for the teardrops on her guitar?
Probably.
That's Mempho right there.
That's crazy. What a good, two truths and a lie.
Wait, what did she say?
We'll have to find Cliff and ask him.
Yeah, Cliff, let us know how that story ends up. Yeah, it's a good old-fashioned arrogance off in the best of ways. And the NFL can come back and say, listen, I'm not. Taylor Swift is one of one or one of two if you want to play the Taylor Swift and Beyonce are the two most powerful people in music.
Sure.
But it's not like Kendrick Lamar isn't powerful. It's
Sure.
not like Rihanna is not powerful. Those people didn't need the exposure of a Super Bowl halftime show. Rihanna's a billionaire. Like,
well, I think Taylor wants to break new ground, and also the quote of a flat refusal. If there's anything I could use in my life, it's a few more flat refusals. I think that we should start doling out some flat refusals here. It's okay to break ground, and it's okay to flatly refuse. This is what we call a stalemate here.
Speak for yourself on the we need. That's all I give out is flat refusals. I gave out 5 this morning, and I'm not done refusing shit. I'm not doing that.
Press the button, CJ. Press the button.
And I do like, she's always trying to be a trailblazer and trying to set the path forward. So trying to get artists paid in the future.
It is
I like
ridiculous
that.
they're not paid for the Super Bowl and not paid for things like Grammy performances and other award show performances, right? Like that is odd.
What
to
is
me.
this, a sports internship?
Like, come on, man.
Come on.
Pay these people. Or don't. And then musicians, you decide, you know what, if you're Taylor Swift, I'm talented enough, I am big enough to not need to be out here. But now the NFL goes back to the drawing board. Adele seems like, here's my issue with Adele. Her songs are all so slow. I need something upbeat. Adele is incredible.
Give me Miley.
Well, you can do the New Orleans bounce version of "Rolling in the Deep."
Let's do it. If we can do the New Orleans bounce version of all of her songs, I'd be there for it. I'd be there.
Yeah, but like, okay, outside Rolling in the Deep, what's her next bounciest song?
She might have to make something new.
She absolutely have to.
Won't she not do that at this point?
Hello
She's
from
very
the Other Side
intentional
is great.
on new.
Set fire to the rain.
Rumor has it, Set Fire to the Rain is.
That's kind of mid-tempo.
Yeah.
But that's
I'm not going to be able to dance to it. Or maybe a waltz.
Yeah,
a
listen,
brisk
man.
waltz.
So who else? So Miley. Listen, the biggest compliment I can give for anybody is saying, hey, this person can do a Super Bowl. We talked about
Miley would do a kick-ass Super Bowl
Chris
show.
Brown, but Chris Brown's got the women beating stuff going on, so that probably won't happen. That's why he's doing his own tour, Breezy Bowl.
Yeah, he's got
because
his own
it's
thing going on.
probably apparent to him he'll never get to do a Super Bowl because of the
He's
domestic
not
abuse stuff.
necessarily crossover status in the way someone like Usher is.
Yeah, he is.
You think so?
Uh-huh.
I was in Vegas for the Chris Brown show. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I gotta say, I was on a train track in, where we're in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
There was a girl in a Breezy Bowl jersey. Ooh. And that's when I realized the Breezy Bowl reached further than I even understood. But truly, like, I do think Chris Brown does have the crossover. Maybe not as much as Usher from a multi-generational standpoint, because I think enough older people are into Usher in a way that perhaps they're not with Chris Brown.
What's older?
Like 50 and up. Like, I think most 50 and up, like my parents are in their 70s and know Usher. And know Usher songs.
I think while that might be the truth, like your 15-year-old doesn't know Usher the same way they know Chris Brown.
Huh.
So I would play the.
I think that's very fair.
Then
yes.
we go down a generation, and it is Chris Brown. He's known by people in their 40s, right? So 40s, 30s, 20s, and 10, 15-year-olds rock with Chris Brown. JB, I'm telling you, I was in that show. I was like,
no, I'm with you.
I didn't know he had this type of reach to sell out Allegiant Stadium. Yeah. Like that was something that shocked me, and it's a great show. If you hadn't gotten your tickets for the one here at Simmons Bank
Go
Liberty,
spend $500.
It's worth it.
No.
All right.
And I don't like Chris Brown. If you like Chris Brown, it's worth it.
The spectacle is always worth it.
Who else though? So Miley, and who? Is there an artist that's big right now? Because every now and then they do that, right? Like Bruno Mars has done a Super Bowl, and it was because he was hot at that moment.
Right.
Katy Perry was hot at that moment. Is there an artist like that right now who's hot enough to be like, okay, we can ride this train
You
on?
want to know who could do it, but who would piss off Americans, but would be a real testament to the NFL's ultimate goal of taking this thing? Because there's rumors that they want to do a Super Bowl globally, most likely in Europe. Bad Bunny. I mean, he's the biggest artist in the world.
Oh.
He is he's bigger than Taylor Swift.
I thought
honestly.
you were going Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, that'd be fun. I would enjoy that. That would also
piss off
piss people off.
Americans. That would not piss me off.
A little Cardi, Meg Thee
proud to be
Stallion party at that. No, that'd be really fun. No, I think like in terms of biggest artists, It's always Bad Bunny, and yet we do not talk about Bad Bunny in the way that he should be talked about from a global status. And the NFL is all about their global reach at this exact moment.
I get a lot of Bad Bunny requests.
Really?
Yeah.
I think if you made the announcement that Bad Bunny was like, I think the majority of people in the U.S. would say that's a bust. And I think that's so wrong.
No.
His music is awesome.
Well, we've got tons of his fans in the United States.
Yeah.
And I think that also would be a way to grow the game.
Yeah.
People
but
tune
you
in
know
for
what?
that.
But he's not performing in the U.S. right now.
Oh, true.
Because he's not setting up for ICE.
So let's do it. Let's do it in Europe.
Mexico Super Bowl.
What I got to do to get my alt rock? My alt rock Super Bowl.
Who you want?
And pick Fall Out Boy or Green Day. Like very specifically, I want alt rock from like 2000 to 2006.
Oh.
So whoever was hot, was Jimmy Eat World hot then? Throw them in there. Pick Good Charlotte. Girls Don't Like Boys, Girls Like Cars and Money. Like, give me those types of people.
I thought you were going Counting Crows.
Throw them in there. Let's go.
Yeah, I think if you did that, you would have to do a collaboration. Like, I don't think Green Day can do it, even though they just did Coachella and it was fantastic.
I think Green Day can. I think Green Day can do a Super Bowl.
I'm not complaining about a Green Day Super Bowl halftime show.
And
I
also
would get
this.
I stayed up and watched the Coachella live stream.
You can do Green Day this year and then take it international and do Bad Bunny. You will have given the older people what they wanted with Green Day, and you will have given the younger people and the foreign people, non-American people, everything they want with Bad Bunny. Yeah, let's do it.
According to whoever's running the GCM chatbot at the moment, odds have Adele, followed by Taylor Swift, Post Malone, Bad Bunny, and then Miley Cyrus, and then Metallica, Dua Lipa, Sabrina Carpenter, Linkin Park, Green Day, and Justin Bieber also on the list.
I love Sabrina.
She's not yet.
The songs are all like slow. Like she has the same issue I think Adele has, where it's like, okay, I want something to like get up and work off some of these Super Bowl wings I've been eating.
All right, we gotta go. We have a meeting to get to, CJ. JB, thanks for joining us. You're always welcome. Check out JB tonight at Goner Fest, next weekend at Mempho Fest. And we'll see you next time. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. It's Friday. We'll see you Monday. Bye.
Gotta put 21 Pilots in there for Miss Kim.
Miss Kim, 21 Pilots.
21 Pilots, please.